right. Hey, everybody. We've got a special treat. I have Ross Chastain joining us, and he is, of course, competing full-time on the NASCAR Cup Series. And you are driving the #1 Camaro, ZL1 for Trackhouse Racing, and then you also do part-time in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. So thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a great time in our sport. We're right in the heart of our season, and good to jump on here with you.
So I wanted to ask you, how do you feel when you come and race on the West Coast, in particular at Sonoma Raceway, where you're going to be, I believe, June 7th through the 9th? Is it different from, when you go track to track, and then what is it like on the West Coast?
Yeah, it's changed for me. It's evolved. I used to not have any connections out there. I had a long lost, great uncle that used to live there, but he's passed away now. So I met him maybe 10 years ago, and he would come to some races, but he was a distant relative of our family, and when my family kind of moved from South Georgia, some went to Florida, that's my side, and some went to California, so I had that, but
Okay.
not a lot of connection. And then more recently I've met some farmers, so it's accurate and great to talk with you, because now it feels more like home. I get to go out there, and I make some time to go out and see some fields and just see how they're doing it. We're a whole country away, right? And they do things different out there based on their soil types and based on their growing conditions. So I love to see that, and I like to get away from the track and spend some time with farmers and people that I would have never met if I wasn't a NASCAR driver.
Oh, that is so awesome to hear, because obviously I'm with the Farm Bureau, and up and down the state, we have tons of farmers and ranchers, and it even differs from how they do things in Northern California to Southern California. So I'm glad that you make a lot of time to do that. And I know you kind of balance out your farming background with the racing, and you've had a lot of success quickly. You're surprising a lot of people in the racing world. You have a lot of eyes on you, but congratulations on those accomplishments. But as you mentioned, one of the things that I really can appreciate about you is that you are so true to your roots. And I am talking about the watermelons here. You're an 8th generation watermelon farmer. Do I have that right?
Yeah, watermelons consecutively. The Chastains have been doing it for 8 in a row. Farming longer than that, but it did some different crops, and tough to get exact records of what was going on that long ago. And that was back in a time when most of our families were probably farming to survive and subsistence farming. So now we're one of the few that have been able to stay in it and grow. And now we work with other family farms up and down the East Coast. And now with my platform, I'm getting to meet other farmers and invite them out to races and let them take a break. They don't need to work. They can just come and enjoy the race. So we have some cool programs, and just get to meet farmers, talk about their challenges. We all have our challenges, but we're proud to do what we do. So my brand for outside of the one car with Trackhouse or the different sponsors is Melon Man brand. It's as simple as that. I just wanted people to see agriculture, watermelon specifically. Obviously, I'm biased. I won't hide it. So my whole merch brand is all about watermelons.
Yeah, I mean, it's in your logo for your personal brand. And then, come on, we can't not talk about the watermelon smashing that happens.
That's right. Yeah. So that's just a thought that we had. We used to bring watermelons, cut them up at the track, give them to the crews, fans, whoever wanted them, with our Watermelon Queen program and ambassador programs. And now we got to a point basically where we won a race, and I didn't know what to do. So I held the watermelon up and I sat it down, and I didn't know what to do. And they asked what I was going to do. I said, I don't know, bust it open and eat it. And they asked if they could film it. Some of the media did. And they filmed it. We had our own little viral moment for our standards at the time, and a tradition was born. And now I swear people want to see me win, maybe because they like me, more probably because they want to see a watermelon get smashed.
Is it safe to say that watermelon's your favorite fruit?
It is safe to say if a watermelon is definitely a fruit. I get some conflicting reports from experts on fruit, vegetable, on the vine. I look, hands are off. It tastes great, and it never tastes sweeter than it does in Victory Lane.
Well, it's summertime, so we think about watermelons. What are Ross's tips on picking the right watermelon?
Well, it's hard to go wrong with the number one rule my dad taught me, and that's to buy 3. You buy 3 watermelons, you're liable to get a good one. And that's my watermelon sales pitch for the day. I'll digress now. You should be heavy, 92% water. it should be symmetrical. The stripes should all go in the same direction, and the bottom should be yellow. So when you look, lift, and turn, it should be heavy, symmetrical, and yellow on the bottom.
Okay, I'm going to use those tips. And now looking ahead to the race that's going to happen at the Sonoma Raceway, June 7th through the 9th, the California Farm Bureau is going to be part of the farm to finish line experience. So real quickly, if you could just kind of give me your comments, your thoughts on that intersection of ag and racing with NASCAR.
Yeah, it's something that I've wanted to do more and more of throughout my career. And as I grow my platform, I'm able to reach more people, and it's difficult, but I have a great team around me at Trackhouse and in my group. So yeah, we have the stage, and we want to tell the stories, and we want to tell the stories of farmers. So we're going to continue to do that, and Sonoma's going to be cool. We're going to have a lot of people in person and get to see a lot of people. It's such beautiful ag land out there, and you know, when you get away from the cities and you get away from the traffic, it feels like home, and I'm excited to get back out there for that.
I love that. You could be a spokesperson for the California Farm Bureau. You have such wonderful things to say about our ag scene, if you will.
That's right. Well, it's an undertold story, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that goes, in my opinion, if a farmer's doing their job, they're not being seen. They're in their field. They're working. They're growing their crop. They're cultivating their land and making a livelihood for their family. So I'm not a farmer day by day. Okay, my job is to drive the race cars fast, and I spend my time doing that. But I also have a sweet spot for ag, and I want to tell their stories. So we get to do that.
Well, that's awesome. I love how you have that balance with the farming and also the racing, and obviously two things that you really are passionate about and enjoy. So I want to wish you so much luck coming up as you make your way to the Sonoma Raceway for the NASCAR race, June 7th through the 9th. I want everyone to know that you guys can check them out there. You can also check out the farm finish line experience at the Sonoma Raceway during that weekend. Ross, thanks for taking the time to speak with me today. And again, good luck to you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.